Lemming, the creator of gorillatag, released a video announcing his new VR game. Initially, the video didn't gain much traction. As the game launched, it began to catch the attention of the VR community. Curious players flocked to try it out, sharing their experiences across social media platforms. Among them was a 17-year-old who, while distracted in class, stumbled upon the game. Little did he know his discovery would propel him to become one of the biggest VR content creators in the world. Chapter 1. Julian Alchikaya, bro, I don't know how to say that, also known as JmanCurly, started posting on YouTube back in 2015. As a kid with no real direction, his early attempts at building a career were short-lived. Fast forward a few years and JmanCurly found himself in class, browsing for new VR games to try. That's when he came across a post about gorillatag. Intrigued by the hype, he decided to give it a shot. After hopping into the game, he was immediately hooked, having an absolute blast. Within just 2 weeks, he had become one of the best players in the game, and wanting to share his skills, he posted his first gorillatag video on March 5th. Chapter 2. JmanCurly. This video flopped. J-Man needed to think quickly. At 17 years old, he wasn't earning any passive income, and the reality of the situation was hitting hard. He had failed his exams, and school no longer seemed to offer him any viable career paths. Stress was mounting, and he knew he needed to get his life organized. A week later, J-Man checked his video again, and to his surprise, it had started to gain traction. It had reached 2,000 views, and just a few weeks after that, it had climbed to 12,000 views. This unexpected success gave him a glimmer of hope. On March 8th, he posted his next video, but it didn't perform as well as the last one. Not discouraged, J-Man kept pushing forward and continued to post regularly. Then one of his videos took off. Just like his first viral video, it hit 2,000 views in its first 7 days. And like the first video, it eventually reached 12,000 views a few weeks after that. Not really special, but it was very helpful, as 10 days later, he premiered his 1,000 subscriber special on March 29th. JmanCurly was growing at insane rates. In May 11th, he hit another massive goal, which was 10k subs. JmanCurly improved his craft and tried editing every video better than the last. Chapter 3. Collaboration and growth. JmanCurly growth was reaching an insane pace, and it didn't go unnoticed. Many players who were discovering gorillatag for the first time were doing so because of him. He started to gain recognition within the community, and even began collaborating with other YouTubers such as Kid. With every collaboration, his reach expanded and his fan base continued to grow. On August 15th, JmanCurly hit the massive milestone of 50,000 subscribers. While this was an exciting achievement, something even more significant was on the horizon, something that would change the course of his career. J-Man began experimenting with a new format, documentary-style videos. He added cinematic shots and Blender animations, making a clear evolution in his content. His first attempt was a video about PvP. While it performed well, it didn't stand out as a breakthrough. However, this was just the beginning. The turning point came when a new ghost, DOWNFALL, appeared. He started working on a new video and finally uploaded it. It was a banger. Seeing the success of his I Exposed the Gorillatag Ghost, which is the banger, J-Man realized he was onto something. The video did exceptionally well, and he followed it up with more ghost-related content. The next video in his series, I Found DZ09, turned out to be a game changer. Not only did this video match the popularity of his other top videos, but it also became the 6th most popular video of all time, for a good reason. A blend of cinematic visuals, crazy editing, and a compelling story made it stand out in a way few videos had in the gorillatag community. Watching this video for the first time was an experience that gave me chills, and I'm sure many fans felt the same. Its quality and storytelling are some of the best I've seen in the gorillatag genre. After this, JmanCurly's next upload, I Pretended to be a Noob in Gorillatag, became his most popular video by far, racking up a staggering 13 million views. This marked the pinnacle of his growth, proving that his shift in content style had resonated with fans in a huge way. His impact on the VR gaming world, particularly in gorillatag, had cemented him as one of the most influential figures. After a wave of consecutive hits, JmanCurly decided to move away from gorillatag and started posting content about various fan games. Initially, this shift seemed to be a smart move. His first few videos about fan games performed well, and even when he returned to gorillatag content, those videos did decently too. But after a few months of focusing on fan games, a noticeable shift occurred. The views began to steadily decrease. 2024 rolled around, the drop in views became undeniable. What once seemed like the rise of gorillatag's most popular YouTuber now looked more like the rise of the most popular VR content creator. a broader title, but one that didn't seem to carry the same impact. The views continued to slide, and it became apparent that his new direction wasn't landing as strongly as before. J-Man was struggling to hold on to the level of engagement he once had. By the end of 2024, the reality set in. His popularity was on a decline. J-Man began to realize that the content shift he made, while he brought a new audience, wasn't enough to maintain his growth. His fans had started to drift away, and his once viral content was losing its magic. It was no longer just about gorillatag, and he knew that the days of being the go-to creator for the game were fading fast. Recognizing this, J-Man decided to take action. He reached back into his past content for inspiration and decided to bring back something that made him popular in the first place. The very elements that set him apart. Whether it was his unique editing style, his humor, or the storytelling that captivated his audience, he knew it was time to return to his roots. The question was, could he recover his previous success and find a way to merge his old style with his evolving content? Only time would tell. Chapter 5. Attempted recovery. Noticing the decline in views, JmanCurly knew he needed to do something to bring back his audience. His first thought was to bring back the drinks, a staple from his earlier content that had helped make him recognizable. He hoped that this would reignite interest and attract old fans. However, looking at the views on his recent videos, it was clear that his plan didn't quite work as he had hoped. The spark that once existed in his content wasn't quite there anymore. In addition to bringing back the drinks, he also decided to return his roots with gorillatag videos. These were the videos that had originally built his channel, so he figured they might help him reconnect with his audience. However, these videos felt typical for his channel. Nothing new, nothing special. Something was wrong, and JmanCurly can't see it. So in the next chapter, let me tell you how JmanCurly can recover his slowly dying channel. Chapter 6. Recover. JmanCurly doesn't need to bring back the drinks, nor even the gorillatag videos, although it would definitely help. All he needs to do is go back to his old editing style. The thumbnails, I must admit, are still good, just the editing seems off. The reason for that is he seems to be less authentic and doesn't have any funny moments anymore. The footage feels just boring, and he doesn't have any storytelling in his videos. Comparing his most popular video, you can see the video follows a storyline. The exposition, which is the introduction, conflict, which is his struggle to find a teacher, rising action is him being taught, and Elliot almost blowing it, climax is JmanCurly revealing it's him, and the falling action is the rest of the video. If we now look at gorillatag added rising lava, you can see it doesn't follow any sort of storyline, nor any funny moments. You can also notice how JmanCurly seems less authentic and is just there to post a video. J-Man, if you're watching this, add story and bring back Blender animation, because that's what made you viral in the first place, as well as your funny and authentic personality. Comment down below your favorite J-Man video and watch this video as I explain the disappearance behind K9. Bro, click on the video. Just click on it, bro. Come on, just click on it, please. And watch the entire video through. Click on it, sub, and join the Discord.